Unfortunately, nothing worked at the start of this session because the early pulls were horrible, but they turned out exactly what I needed for the layers that came after. Let me show you how I turned a disaster into a triumph. Hi, I'm JoanieB, inviting you to relax, play and make beautiful jelly print art with me. Today's experiment, I'm going to use two different types of wallpaper along with some little shapes that I've cut from just a plastic sheet. Starting with Golden's manganese blue hue, which is transparent. And it's just the usual thing of putting the paint onto the jelly plate, giving it a rub down with the brayer, and then I start to put the little plastic shapes on top. Having done that, you can see that I'm gently rubbing over the paper. I pull the first pull and oh, what a disappointment. Really wanted it to be a lot more inspirational than that, but never mind, I'll go again. Another piece of wallpaper goes on and it's even worse. I'm really not happy with that. I thought it was going to be a little bit more inspiring. So I'm going to take off the plastic shapes and I'm going to go for a ghost print. I'm using the same mono paper. It's actually a William Morris design, and fingers crossed this is going to look quite nice. And no, it's not. It's just blue circles. So it honestly gets better, so please carry on watching. So I've decided to go away from the manganese blue. I'm going for Indian yellow, roll it out, put the little shapes on. I get my lovely wallpaper, put it on at a bad angle, and it's equally as bad. What's going wrong? I've established that the manganese blue isn't working and also the Indian yellow. So now I'm going to go for ultramarine violet, which is usually a very vibrant colour. And I'm going to put the shapes on. There's a little elastic band sitting in the middle there. I go for my nice monochrome and it's so wishy-washy. It's not very pleasant at all. I'm going to take the little shapes off. I'm going to try for a ghost print, and I really now I'm beginning to lose all faith in what I'm doing, and I'm going to sit down, scratch my head, and I'm going to try a different direction. I'm going to start to use semi-transparent and opaque paint and see what happens there. So I've got some raw sienna. I get my lovely William Morris wallpaper and pull the print, and woohoo! Success at last. I can still see the pattern of the wallpaper through the paint, but at least it's a little bit more inspiring than what I've been producing up to now. So let's go forward. And I'm going to go straight away and make a ghost print. I think it's very important to say at this moment in time that I enjoy making these textured papers, but I also love to make collage from them. I just don't want them to end up on a pile of papers on my desk or in the dreaded folder of doom. Here are some examples of what I've created. Here's just a few examples of the many little grid art collages that I've made using the textured papers that I've created and shown you how to make on this channel. I hope you will be inspired. And now I've actually turned the corner, folks. I've got out my Payne's Grey and one of my really favourite stencils. I've gone back to using the first pull with the manganese blue, and fingers crossed something nice is going to happen. And I tentatively open it up and wow, I'm so happy. Hurrah, a success. It's something that I'm really really fond of. So let's go for another one. I can get a second pull with this because I put plenty of the Payne's Grey on, and lo and behold, I've got another nice print, and I love the way that the Indian yellow is just peeping through. That was on one of the really desperately bad pulls that I did earlier on. So I'm wiping the plate off again, and I'm going for a ghost print. I've chosen the piece of wallpaper with the Indian yellow, which was absolutely dreadful when I made it before. And as I pull the paper off, I've already fallen in love with it. I just think it's wonderful. After having such a bad experience with the transparent paint, I'm now happy with what I'm achieving. And I was able to pull another print of the ghost print using just ordinary copier paper. So now I'm a lot more happy, and I've got out the golden open acrylics. This extends the drying time of the paint, and I am now going to use my favourite stencil. I don't know about you, but I do have favourites in the stencil world, and this is definitely one of them. I've gone for the print that I've just made with the raw sienna, and wow, I'm so happy with that. I can't believe how lovely it is. I think perhaps because I was so disappointed on what I produced earlier that it was such a really lovely surprise to get something half decent from the pull. So now I'm going for the print that I started off really at the beginning of this session, and I'm really happy with that. It's not as vibrant and in your face as the first print, but I'm really happy with it. And so now I'm going to try a ghost print, and I know this is going to be a lot more subtle again, but it certainly is an improvement from the disasters that I've been producing up till this point. And yeah, I'm really happy with that, and it is going to be really lovely in some of my collages. And here's a sneaky peek of one of the pages that I've made today using the textured papers that I'm demonstrating to you on today's video. Well folks, I got quite giddy and excited now, and I've pulled out some papers that I made yesterday. It's with the quinacridone magenta. One of them has got a little bit of the violet, ultramarine violet on it. I'm using the same wallpaper and the same stencil. And I think this is just right up my street. It's exactly what I was hoping for. I'm so pleased with it, and I'm going for a second pull just to see if I can get some more paint from the plate. And because I'm using the open acrylics, yes, I'm able to get another print, and I'm really happy with that as well. Very happy. So I'm going to just clean the excess paint off the jelly plate, and I'm going for a ghost print, and I'm using the same wallpaper, and this is just going to be the end of a really lovely session. I can't believe how frustrated I was when things weren't going well with the transparent paint, but now using the Payne's Grey, I'm really pleased with the results, and it's been a successful session. I hope by watching this video it will inspire you not to give up. Even when things go really badly, you can rescue it, as I've done here. Obviously not everybody will like what I've produced, but I'm really happy with it. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. So bye for now. Bye bye.